Hello, Mark Brierley. We
Hiya
are
Sam, how
live.
are you? You all
Hello.
right?
I am well, thank you. We are live. You are live on
Good.
our lockdown lessons on Ashdown Jones. So welcome.
Welcome. Oh, yeah, thank you very much. We've not met before, have we? So nice to meet
No,
you.
I feel
So
like I know you. It's
not
so
in
funny, isn't it?
person.
Not in person, but there's so many interviews I've had that's like that where I've kind of known of the person. So like Amy Thompson yesterday, who was a star. I think I've met her
Yeah,
in person once, but we don't really know each other. So it was really nice to get to know her through this medium.
it's all mutual friends, isn't it? And
It
round here,
is.
everyone knows everyone, don't they? So it's kind of very well connected, isn't
And
it? So
we have Joanna Island to thank us for this connection as well today, don't
yeah,
we?
I bet she's watching. Morning,
She
Joe.
definitely will
You
be
watching?
watching. Yeah,
All right.
send a quick hello, Joe, if you're
Better
watching.
not. You better not be giggling at us or me, rather.
Is it her that keeps telling you to put a goat in your pictures?
Well, the thing is, we for the Lake District cruises, Emma and myself did the kind of like the life modelling bits for the photographer. So obviously, and then it got put onto the mountain goat buses, and it all just went from there. So I don't know why she just seems to think that there should be a goat in every picture because of the mountain goat connection. But I'm sure she's probably spitting her tea out watching this now.
You should maybe hide
Yeah,
one
it's
inside a
gonna
mountain and paint over it.
it's gonna go on forever. This goat
It is
thing,
the
but
goat thing. That's
we,
it
we
now.
think we think it's funny. Nobody else will appreciate the goat thing. So,
So,
oh.
Mark, for those people who don't know you, tell us a little bit about you and Emma and where you live and what you do.
So we've got the coach house bed and breakfast in Windermere opposite the vets on Lake Road. We've been here for 4 years. Obviously, got no guests at the moment because nobody's got any guests in anywhere.
And you were
Yeah,
saying to me yesterday that you actually quite are enjoying the peace and quiet, aren't you?
yeah. I shouldn't really say that. If there's any guests watching this, we're missing you personally,
Of
but
course.
anybody else who's not watching, no, not really. But it's just nice to have a bit of space and bit of time to kind of have the house to yourselves. Really, I think everyone feels the same.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
no money, but lots of
No.
space. Hey,
No. And maybe everybody's just a little bit calmer, which brings us on to your other hat. If you take your Coach House hat off and put
yeah,
your
yeah,
arty hat on,
yeah.
what is it you do?
So I painted. Well, I started painting quite a long time ago. I went to art college from school. Worked for the family business for 10 years, and then just got into selling my paintings. It just happened very organically. One gallery, another gallery. It ended up being nearly 40 galleries. Had an agent, and it was full time for about 8 years. And then the recession booted in about 11, 12 years ago now, like we all can remember. Galleries closed. Just people just didn't spend money on those kind of items, so it just all went down the pan really. So we had a bit of a change. We've got a daughter who's 9 years old.
Oh,
We kind of threw everything into sort of our life, her life, and then just got into different things. We had a shop in the village for a while.
did
Obviously, we
you?
took this place on, and then probably about a year or two ago, Cookhouse Craft Gallery opened on the hill opposite the Co-op in Bowness, and I just popped my head in and just said hi, blah blah blah. Oh, by the way, I used to paint, and then they started taking my work, and it just seems to be from there. Really, it's just nice to be able to work to demand as opposed to have to, make a living out of selling X amount of paintings, a week or a month or whatever. It's just nice to have a nice steady flow. I think
Mm,
it does your work,
mm,
benefit as well because it's fresh, it's there, on demand when somebody wants a painting or you need to restock. You want to do it. You want to get the work back in there rather than just painting.
mm.
So yeah, so it's good. So it's like mainly landscape, seascapes, with oil paints on canvas mainly. But recently, I've just started working on slates because I've run out of canvases.
And
So
that's what really caught my eye, and I think that's what made Joe, affect our introduction because those slate pictures were beautiful. Where was the slate from? Was it like a roof
oh
tile?
yeah, just tiles basically from the garden because the garden's quite stony as most of our gardens are around here. So I just had a route around the garden and found a few slates and just thought might as well try working on. I know it's like something that people have done for years. My mum's got a lovely slate in her kitchen with a painting of a seal on that she did. Not a goat, Joe. that she did years and years ago. So it's kind of like, it's not a new thing, is it? But I just thought it's something that you can do, and you can, material wise, it's quite limiting at the moment, although you can order things online. It's just nice to use things that you've got around the house. Or I can show you a couple, actually. I've got a few here. I'll show you.
See them, yeah. And we've got Joe Island, Amy Thompson, Claire Riley, Joe Andrews, all saying hello to you as well, Mark. Oh, look.
Hi guys, all right. So I can't work.
That is a slate. That is extraordinary.
A snake or a slate?
I'm hoping I said slate. I meant to say slate.
It's a slate. I don't know what it looks like on there, but so
it's
you kind
amazing. It adds a completely different dimension to it, doesn't it?
And there as well. So it's really hard.
I love those.
See how it looks, but yes, that's just in oil, and they've got the usual texture that a lot of my paintings have in them anyway. So they're all, quite textured.
But it does add a new dimension to it, doesn't it? To the canvas ones, because I do like canvas, but I think having a piece of slate with an image of the Lake District on it, there's an extra textural, contextual element to it. I sound like an artist now, don't I? I don't know what I'm talking about.
Providing that the slate is actually from the lakes and not from,
of course,
China or something like that. Or China. So what I thought I'd do today is talk you through like a really simple process of just painting on slate, just to give adults, children an idea of something that they can create that's quite effective and quite quick. So when I spoke to you the other day and you said, if you can show us something, give us an idea of something that people can do at home. Thought, right, what can we do that's not going to give too many of the tricks of the trade away, but it will give people a good idea of something to do at home that they can actually use and display at home.
I think people are probably, they've probably been through their initial list of things they could do at home with the kids as a family, maybe, and then they've been through an extra list. And now they're probably just searching around online to find out what other things can they do. I mean, at the moment, with the weather being lovely, it's great, but you still need to, I presume, because those days are long behind me, but I think you need to sort of entertain and educate the kids, keep them engaged in something without, them just reverting to a screen all day long. So this could give kids something to do, couldn't they?
Well, it'll kill 2 minutes of their time. Kids just move straight on, one thing to the next thing to the next. It's like nothing's ever going to make a happy child, is it, at the moment? I don't think, apart from, like you say, screen.
But I tell you what I do love about kids painting is they don't judge themselves. They don't look at it and think, oh, I could have done better with that. They just get on with it, don't they? And just love it.
Yeah, and it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like Ava, our daughter's got a very vivid imagination, and she'll just get down there with like pen and paper, and everything goes from the head onto the paper, and it's sometimes scary.
I remember when one of my earliest memories of painting at school on a big easel was I was trying to paint something that, with a beautiful colour, and I thought, I know, I'll put red, yellow and blue all together and it will be the most amazing rainbow colour. And when it turned out brown, that was probably the last time I ever painted. That was my biggest disappointment of painting, because I had no idea how to make it look beautiful. Maybe you shouldn't have mixed the paints. Thanks. I was 6, but I'll go back and tell my 6-year-old self. I'm not an artist in any way. I'm a very left brain person. I'm definitely. It might have looked like a nice big brown smear as opposed to a rainbow. I was gutted. I thought I'd discovered something. I think you did. Right, let's dive in. I'm going to just change the image so that you're a bit bigger. Can you see you're wider now? Let's see if that helps at all, or if I might have to zoom in otherwise. Yeah, don't worry. So what do you want me to do now then? Right, so talk about how you'd actually go about painting on something like, I don't know, you've made me a stone if somebody's got a pebble in the garden. Yeah, so basically, whatever you've got around the house, the garden, pebbles, rocks, slates, anything that you can find, get your hands on without taking it from next door's wall. So all you need is really something like that, slate, stone, pebble. You're going to need some emulsion, just whatever. Trying to think of things that people can use that they've got at home in the garage, or just things that they've got lying around, so they don't have to go out shopping. So tester pots, emulsion that's left over, just standard decorators brushes, just smallish brushes. Just dead simple. Sheet of A4, pen, pair of scissors. So it's like super basic things that they're going to need. So I can show you what to do if you want me to show you what to do. Yes, please. So, this is the one that I've only tried it once. So
this is how it turned out. And it looks a little bit like this.
Oh, it looks
So
amazing.
it's quite simple, but it only took 2 minutes. Obviously, you can embellish it more than what I have done, but I think simple is probably the best, isn't it? Especially with kids as well. If you can do something simple that looks effective, then that's pretty good. So, do you want me to give it a go? If I tilt the camera, I've got a slate waiting here. So
yes, let's do it. Let's do it. How exciting!
Oh, it's so exciting! All right. So, can you see that slate there?
Yeah, we can. It's like Blue Peter, this, Mark.
It is. I did send a few tapes off to them, but never got the job. I can't believe I've actually just admitted that as well. Ireland.
Hi,
Right,
Danny.
okay. So, literally, what I've done is basically taken a sheet of A4 and folded it in half. So, and sketched, I don't know if you can see that outline.
Yeah, see that really well, yeah.
Sketched an outline on it. So, basically, there you go. Folded sheet of A4. Along the folded edge, that becomes your horizon. So then you, whatever, sketch a.
Have you made those up? Have you made those up, Mark, or are they actually?
Yeah. So basically, I've just done a basic, easy shape for now. But if you wanted to do the Langdale outline or anything more creative, this is setting challenges for everyone. It's up to you. But that's just a basic outline. So what I've done with that is obviously got a pair of scissors and cut out around the line, and maybe put a few more little bits into it, or just cut a few bits out. So you end up with, I should be doing this really, shouldn't I? Do you want to do it?
Yeah, do it. Let's do it.
Here we go.
Let's make it super practical, and people feel like can actually do it.
Right, so there we go. So just cut roughly along the line, so it's not going to. I'm panicking now. Look at the stress.
Please don't stress, honestly. We're all friends here.
Right, so there you go. So basically, you'll end up with that.
Yeah.
So, and you'll end up with the centre line.
Oh, so that is the reflection, is it?
So with the centre line, you just cut along the centre line.
Yeah.
Roughly, it doesn't have to be precise at all. Obviously, a little bit more precise than that. So you end up with 2 pieces.
Yeah.
Like that. So, right, I've got some that I prepared earlier.
Okay, great.
So we start with the top one.
Yeah.
On your slate. So what I've got is just some blue paint. It's like a sort of slaty blue paint, like a denim-y blue paint. Can you see it on there?
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
And this is just a 1/2 inch decorator's brush. So if I hold it like this, and we basically use it as a stencil. So
you're just going around the outline, but going over the outline. So, right, okay, I get it.
And so what we're imagining, this is obviously a sky. So
yeah. It's so simple, isn't it?
It's a bit easy to do on the flat. So, but the thing is, your slate does give you the texture.
Yeah, it does.
It takes a lot of the hard work out of it, really. So,
and you kind of dabbing it as opposed to sort of, like
dab it and brush it away from the edge of the paper, so you're going in that direction. So it'll create a nice clean line for you.
Look at that!
Wow!
It already looks ace.
Wow! So, and then you take the opposite edge.
Yeah.
And maybe move it up slightly. So this is going to be your reflection. So then you work on the lakey part. So I'd probably go horizontally.
All right, so it looks more lakey.
So you get that effect of the water. And the same thing again, just basically working off the paper onto the.
You don't seem to have much paint on there either. You've been quite
just use it. Yeah, just use it pretty dry, just so it kind of glances the top of the slate.
Yeah.
Like that. I think that should do for that.
Oh, look
at that. We've got some form of reflection. The next thing we do is...
It even looks like a bit of moonlight or something shining at the bottom right, doesn't it?
Wow. It's just amazing. It's just amazing, isn't it? I am quite sarcastic, by the way, if you haven't gathered that already.
I think it's really
Let's have a little look at what next we do. Right, so you want to get another brush, basically, and what I'm going to use now is a kind of stony sort of beigey colour, very neutral colour. So I'm just going to try and keep the colours really simple. And what I'll do is highlight the tops of the mountains where it's kind of catching sunshine, this lovely sunshine that we're getting at the moment. So you move in one direction across the slate like this. I have only tried this once, by the way, so I'm not really sure I can do it twice. But weird
And obviously,
angle.
you're not going down at this stage into the reflection. You're just staying on the mountain bit.
Yeah. So you've just got. Like I say, not a lot of paint at all, just like minimal paint.
I suppose you want this slate texture and colour to come through, don't you? You don't want to be plastering it all over.
Exactly. So there we go. So I don't think we need to do a great deal more than that. Probably, if you had more time, you could mess about a little bit more, but it just gives you that kind of feel of the light hitting the mountains. Anyway, right. So, and then I think what you need to do is then put like a feel of horizon in. You can use your template actually if you want to do that, just to get a straight line.
Oh, so you've got an actual water line.
Yeah, so if you wanted to do that, you could do that. So I could use this, for example. You could just get a slight water line, which would. A second, sorry guys. Only slight.
You're doing very well doing this sideways like this, by the way.
I'm kind of upside down a bit as well, but
that's very good. I'm very impressed.
So you get that.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Water-wise, you want to kind of get back to your bluey colour.
Yeah.
And then use it like a reflection. So it's almost like you're trying to do just an opposite of that. So you're just going to go back on yourself with the blue.
Yeah, you see, that would floor me. I'd be going the wrong way on that. Now I can see why you need to do that way, right?
Like that. I'm not far off, to be honest. I would just take the brush over it slightly and just knock those hard edges off. That.
There you go.
Maybe, yeah, not too far off now, I don't think. And then back to the other colour. Literally, I would put a bit more of this colour into the sky. You use your fingers as well. Everything's really tactile, so it's kind of, you don't need much at all. A bit more of this into here. Just.
Where's the goat? Oh, Joe says you've forgotten the goat.
The goat. Yeah, the goat. I don't know.
It's on the back. We just can't see it.
Well, I would get a pen and draw a goat on, but
don't spoil it. It's so pretty. You make it look so simple.
I can't even draw a goat.
Is that a goat?
No, I was going to draw a goat. Forget it.
No, you've ruined it. You've ruined it.
So pretty much that's it.
That is incredible.
Well, I hope it's all right.
Let's just go back to say, so that let me ask some mum questions then. So a mum question might be, right, I've got my stone from the garden. Do I need to wash it? Do I need to wipe it? Do I need to do anything with it?
Yeah, just wash it, basically.
Okay.
Don't go to town on it. Just give it a little wash. And always what you can do afterwards is, once you feel happy with it, you can varnish it. So obviously you can go outside in the garden.
Right.
And if you do
varnish it.
It'll make the colours pop quite a bit more than what it does now. You can use a third colour if you want to use a third colour. Yeah. But just basically try this simple step, really. You know,
so this is literally emulsion that you would put on your walls.
Yeah. So it's just whatever you've got hanging around the garage or the house.
If you had gloss, what would you be able to use gloss, or would you not at all?
Yeah, no, anything basically. It's just anything. It's just a simple, easy way to create something that's quite effective, hopefully. And once you get your confidence, you can try different mountain ranges. Or there'll be people who will be miles better at this than I am, because I've just kind of, thought of something to do. It's not like it needs any skill, but it just creates something that looks quite nice.
Well, I'm just thinking of everybody at the moment wants rainbows, don't they? So they could actually get pebbles from the garden and just paint rainbows. They could do a little cutout, you know, like a semicircle.
Yeah.
Like draw around a plate. So get me all arty.
Yeah.
Carve it, do a little rainbow.
Yeah. Just anything really. I mean, it's just, yeah, and it's great, isn't it? You get outside, there's nothing more therapeutic than just sitting outside and just a bit of painting. Even like as an adult, it's just nice just to take yourself away and just do something.
I can barely do a jigsaw, Mark, so this is probably slightly beyond me, but you did make it look really simple. I am tempted. Joe Andrews says, that's ace. We're doing this for art tomorrow. Cheers, Mark. Can you do a weekly session?
Joe, I don't know Joe Andrews. Sorry, I have no idea who she is. No, sorry, I can't do that.
Yui also says that she's going to try as well with her.
Oh, brilliant! Hi, Yui.
Would you be able to do this? I'm going to ask you some stupid questions now on wood. I suppose you can't really paint wood.
No. Yeah, it depends.
Like a log that was cut in half. You know, some people have got logs.
I mean, obviously, like the slate makes it more adaptable to what you do. It depends what you're painting, doesn't it? Though. Yeah. You know, but you can paint on anything, can't you? Really.
Well, I'm starting to learn that because, I would never have thought of doing something like that. But I think, you know, the kids at the moment can just try so many different things. You could have the whole garden painted, couldn't you?
You could. And then, Emma tried one of these and it wasn't that great. So I put it back in the garden face down. So she was a bit miffed. She said, all right, maybe I do know Joe Andrews. But we talked to Joe last night and she said, where's that one that I did? Show Joe. And I was like, yeah, I put it back in the garden.
As if you put it face down.
Yeah, it was that bad. Sorry, harsh.
Just get to sign it, and then it's not going to be confused with all of the artwork.
Nah.
Listen, Mark, this has been a fantastic session. Fantastic. I'm going to. So you've got a Facebook page, have you? I don't know if I asked you that yet.
Facebook and Instagram. So
So I think I'll tag them on the description after we finish this live. And can we encourage people to upload pictures of their lovely creations onto your Facebook page? I'd
love to see what Jo Allen can do because she went to art college apparently. So is she going to do like an hour-long special with you, Sam?
Definitely,
on art.
On art, and different mediums you can use.
I mean, she could do like a daily hour session. I would imagine she's got the knowledge. So
and the talent, clearly.
I would watch it definitely.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, she can tie a scarf, can't she? So
it'll be about a prosecco on the first one, just to do the outline.
And she's constantly on that balcony with a glass of prosecco, isn't she? Does she do anything else or not?
That's a life. I want to be Joe Island, really.
Anyway, poor Joe. This is unfair. This is not about us. It's about Joe.
Well, it's your fault that she's on that. So it's her fault.
It's her fault that I'm on here.
Yeah, exactly. So she owes you. Look, I'm going to say goodbye now. You've been a star and a real trooper because I really threw this at you. So I really appreciate your time today.
Thanks for having me.
It's been fun, and I think everybody's going to take something from this. So I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, brilliant.
All right, take care.
Hey, Sam. We'll be meeting. Bye.